Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do another Halloween monster look. This one's actually just using makeup and only using one color of face paint. So it is more of a makeup special effects type look. Yeah, it is quite a long tutorial, so I'm just going to fast track through it. I also have a bald cap on. You can look up on YouTube how to apply bald caps. Mine's kind of stained green from the last thing I did with it, but yeah, this is just a cheap one. This was actually $2-3. That's why it kind of wrinkles in some spots, but I kind of made the look to go with it. So yeah, the first thing you want to do is apply a bald cap, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, so getting started with the makeup once you have your bald cap on, I'm just going over my whole face except for my eye area, and all on the bald cap with a really light foundation. This one's like a white, an almost white foundation. It's a cream. I'm trying to see what the color is, but I have some tape over it. But yeah, just use any foundation that you have that's really pale. You want it to be a kind of cool color, not a warm yellow foundation. So this one's pretty good. So I'm just painting that and then going all over my face to blend in the bald cap. Okay, so I went over my face with foundation, just a little bit down my neck too. I'm probably not going to be doing too much to my neck because this is going to be a really long video. Next thing I'm going to do is just taking a white pencil. This is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm just going over my eyebrow to get rid of it. And then I'm going to powder my face with a translucent powder. This one does have a little bit of a tint to it, but it is very white. And just doing that with a fluffy brush. And then also after I do the powder, I'm going to go in with a gray eyeshadow. The one that has that piece of toilet paper by it. Yeah, and going to mix that in with the powder and go over my face again to give it more of a dead color. So actually I'm using quite a bit on my brush, and then just go over everything with that so it's not so sticky and creamy. And then a bit of gray. And you want to make it darker on the bald cap because the bald cap actually makes my hairline and everything appear lighter than my face. So I want to make it darker on there. Okay, so now that that's done, it looks pretty awful right now, but I will be blending this together later with all of this stuff. I'm going to take, this is a concealer brush with a black gel. This is a liner, but if you have black gel face paint, that would be good. And just painting a little triangle area in my eye, over my eye. So just that section there, and then filling that all in with black. So I filled that all in, and I'm just using that gray eyeshadow on a fluffy brush to smudge it all out, so the lines aren't neat. And then just using whatever I have left on the brush to fill in my lips. And then you want to make the inside more black. Okay, so there's that. I'm just going to use my fluffy brush to blend that out a bit more around the edges. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is all the fine detail work with this little I don't even know what these pencils are called. It's like a detail brush. And a little bit of water and black face paint. So I'm just going to smile and then outline these lines around my mouth. Just for a really sunken in face look. And then that's all going to be blended out after. Where else is there lines? Do some lines connecting the bald cap to the forehead. Things like that. And then with that fluffy brush and a black eyeshadow, I'm gonna do like the sunken in cheeks. And then there's like the concave part of the forehead as well. So that's just like a triangle shape. It's hard to go over the bald cap because of the plastic with eyeshadow, so if it doesn't show up, I just use that same black gel. And then blend it out with the eyeshadow. And that's just some more of that foundation just to blend it in a little bit better. Just whatever I had left on the brush, so it makes it more gray. And then I'm taking an angled liner brush and I'm just going to use the gray eyeshadow again to go over these lines and smudge them out. Okay, so there's that. I'm also just going to take that fluffy brush and like outline my nose just on the side, make it a little gray. And then I'm using, this looks really gross, but a mixture of this liquid latex and water. And then I'm just going to start gluing these little patches on my face. So it's just toilet paper dipped in that, made in little circles. So I've just been like ripping up the pieces to the shape I want, dipping them in, and then putting them on my face. And then using my spatula to push it down. You definitely don't want to use a brush for this, otherwise it will destroy your brush. And then adding more layers till I get it to like the thickness that I want. So once it's already wet, you can just like push the toilet paper on and it will stay. And then using the pointy end, I'm just ripping a hole in the middle while it's wet. Like so. And then waiting for it to dry, and I'll go over it with just the eyeshadow to give it some color. So I've been using this eyeshadow right there, which is like a brown like skin tone, and then this gray right there. And just going over the outside, and then the inside where that hole is, I just fill in with black face paint. So I'm just gonna do a bunch more of those. I put a lot near the forehead just to blend in the bald cap because it doesn't really fit too well. So I'm just going to do that and then I'll show you what it looks like. So while I'm waiting for all these spots to dry, I'm just going to paint the inside just with black face paint and that little tiny brush. It's just very messily. I've done this in a lot of my videos. And while that's drying, there's another couple little details. So I'm going to start doing the veins on the head. I've done some like really dark ones that I've just blended out, and then some I did and I went over with that foundation brush to like make them look like they're under the skin. So I'm going to do a lot on the head just because it's really like noticeable in my bald cap, so this helps like hide it. Some of my cheeks. Oh, and I forgot to line my jawline, so just with black eyeshadow and that same fluffy brush I've been using, just go underneath your jaw to darken it up and around the ear, and then just blend that out. It looks so hideous right now. Alright, and then with the angled eyeliner brush and the gray color, just blend out some of these veins in the middle. And then I'll go over some with the foundation brush. The ones that don't look good, pretty much. You guys can see that it fades it a bit. Alright, so some of these parts are almost dry, so I'm just using this brush with those two colors I mentioned earlier and going around the outside of the toilet paper to color it. It's still a bit lighter than the rest of the skin, but it looks alright. And go over the inside with some black on the spots that got faded. Yeah, and then the last thing, I guess, is because my cap is so much lighter than my face right now because this all got like smudged together or whatever. Just going to take the fluffy brush with the black eyeshadow, but just a tiny, tiny bit, and I'm just going to brush that over the cap till it starts getting closer to the color that my face is. Just be careful going over that stuff because it will come off. So I guess that's a little bit better. It kind of blends in more. And I'm just going to fix up a couple random details. Oops. I don't know, I just like made this up in my head, so I'm just going with it. Whatever I think will make it look better. You can also blend everything together with your fingers, because I did use a cream foundation. It makes everything very blendable. I think on this side this line's darker than here, so I'm going to fix that up with the black eyeshadow. Looks like this white part's not blended in as well either. Yeah, this bald cap was really cheap. So you can see parts that like don't really fit into my skin. Even if I glue it down, it like makes these wrinkles right here. Yeah, they're like not widely available where I live. I've only ever seen one store that sells them, and it's like a Party City, Party Packagers type thing, so that's where this one's from, I think. Yeah, and then I might go over these spots with fake blood because I haven't used that in a while. I'm just going to pop in some new contacts that I have that I'll show you guys. Okay, so I've finished everything, put my contacts in. These ones, they look blue on camera, but they're actually violet, and I think they are called Starburst. They're from camoeyes.com, where I get all my contacts. And yeah, just did a couple other little simple things, just like outlined my neck. If you're gonna do your neck, probably add like some veins and stuff in it. The foundation on my neck is kind of wearing off because I didn't really powder it. So yeah, last thing I'm gonna do is just add fake blood. This is the same one that I've had for like a couple years. I just fill it up with my like 1 liter jug thing that I got. And yeah, I just use this one because it has the little dropper part on the bottom. So I'm just going to fill in all the black holes with blood and make some drips and stuff. So hopefully you guys can see it. It shows up kind of black on my camera, but it's dark red. Okay, so there you have it. I filled in all the spots with blood and kind of used my finger to dab it out around the edges and stuff just to make it smushed everywhere. Yeah, so that's the end of this look. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I just wanted to like finally have something where I use my bald cap because I've had this for a while and haven't really used it for any tutorials. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this look, and if you have any requests or anything, as usual, just write it in the comments and I'll try and get to some. Alright, thanks for watching.